Welcome back to Las Vegas. Now let's talk about something that affects a lot of us, ride-sharing services. What are some of the biggest things that you need to be aware of when you use these services? That's a big question. So joining us now to answer all of our questions is Puneet Garg, the managing partner of Anthem Injury Law, the sponsors of this segment. Thank you so much for being here. This is important.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's talk overall. What are some things that people should keep in mind when they're jumping into a rideshare if something were to happen, say an accident?
Just remember, first thing and foremost is get the medical attention you need, because who cares about insurance, the car? Overall, it's your body that matters. So get the medical attention you need. And of course, call the police to the scene. Even if it appears to be a minor or big accident, there's no such thing. Everything's a big accident. Call the police. Yeah,
so that's definitely important to start off with. And then, you know, as a user, I take rideshares all the time, and it's not something you always think about until you're maybe in the moment. So are we protected as riders? Are we responsible if anything were to happen?
Well, that's the unfortunate or fortunate thing is that the rideshare companies, in particular Uber and Lyft, successfully lobbied the Nevada legislature a few years ago to have the ability to remove some of these protections. So let's say you're in a rideshare and someone rear-ended you and they didn't have insurance. You might have minimal recourse to seek a recovery for your injuries. Namely maybe only $5,000 to chase as far as Medicare benefits.
Wow, so is this something that you could help people out with if they're in a tricky situation, don't know what to do, don't know where to go after the accident if they are injured?
Absolutely, call an attorney right away, of course, us at Anthem Injury, to see if we could help you out with navigating those waters and treading carefully and finding creative ways to seeing if we can find more avenues to allow someone to get that treatment that they deserve and need.
And then in addition to treatment, let's talk about the compensation after, because we know that medical bills can really add up. So who is responsible for that? Does that go through the insurance companies? Is that through these rideshare companies? How does that work?
Absolutely. The rideshare companies generally do have insurance, but we have been trying our level best to see if we could just fight them directly and of course fight their initiatives to change these laws that don't protect the public.
And is there somewhere that this is kind of written out or explained, or what advice do you have maybe for users of these rideshare apps of where to find this information even before something happens?
Well, honestly, it's hidden in their terms and conditions. It's not even readily apparent. I would just say call an attorney. We're always here to provide general advice and guide our clients on such issues.
And it's recently come to light that Uber is actually putting forth a proposal to put a 20% cap, right, on attorney fees. How does that work?
It's unfortunate what's happening, and just not willing to talk about it much. All I want to say is that it just seems like that their corporate greed is just going after people with the guise of saying that, oh, the plaintiff's attorneys are evil, when it's in fact they're being the ones that are being evil.
Well, we are lucky to have someone like you who can help navigate all of that. And this is probably a tricky situation, or things that happen more often than we think about. So thank you for everything that you do for us and breaking this all down. This is really helpful. And thank you to Anthem Injury Lawyers for sponsoring this segment. You can give them a call at 702-987-0202 or visit their website. That's right there on the screen, antheminjury.com.